cheater. So then he's trying to like break off this thing or whatever with his ex, and then his fiance finds out about him, and then he tells his ex, he's like, I'm gonna break up with her, I'm gonna break up with her. Then he gets not dating his fiance, but again, now he's back with his fiance basically. So then he's with his fiance, and then he tells his ex, and
0, 1. Let's get started.
what is up today, guys? We're gonna try something new. I'm a little off close today, but you know what? I don't really got a funny intro today, but let me try it. Who's there? K.M.B. Real talk with K.M.B. Welcome back to the show, guys. I mean, that wasn't the best intro, but let's get it started. Today we are gonna talk about best TV characters, in my opinion. You know what? I'm gonna mention some honorable mentions real fast. These are characters that, you know how everybody says the side characters are always the best characters, because usually they are. I'll agree with that. But I'm gonna talk about two main characters that, in my opinion, or three main characters that actually make the show really good. Is Johnny Test, for example. I mean, the show is literally called Johnny Test, and I think he do carry the show, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Same thing with Ben 10, bro. Ben 10 carries the show. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the grandpa's dope. Gwen is dope. Kevin is cool and stuff like that. But like Ben 10, dude, like he's a cool character, bro. I'm not gonna cap that there is somebody else that is my favorite in that show. And then last but not least, I'm gonna say Danny Phantom, bro. Like he's the coolest character in that show, bro. Like he makes the show what it is. I mean, the show is literally called Danny Phantom. But end of the story too. One other honorable mention I'm gonna mention is Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, and he is the definition of the reason why we don't make main or having side characters as main characters. He is the reason why. Me myself, I mean, yes, I consider myself a side character, even though I have my own show. But you know, I think I would do better as a side character. Just saying, out there, if anybody wants me on their podcast, if they want a co-host, man, sign me up for it. I'm just playing. I'll stick with you guys for now. But so back where I was saying though is we're gonna mention not literally my top 5 characters, but these are 5 characters that I think are really good in their shows, that they're not main characters either. So let's go. Joey from Friends, bro. Let's be honest here. If you ever watch Friends and you say you don't like Joey, bro, you're straight up nuts. You probably don't like the show then, dude. Like Joey is just, he's the big heart. You know, he's always there for his friends and stuff like that. He's hilarious too, bro. And you know what's even crazier? It was Matt LeBlanc's idea to make Joey the dumb character, bro. Joey's like such a dumb character, but yet he's the most loyal out of all his friends, in my opinion. He's like always there for his friends and stuff like that. And like he even like rooted for Rachel and Ross to get back together, bro. Like he had feelings for Rachel. He could have got with Rachel himself, and he still cheered on her and Ross. Bro, that's respect, dude. Super loyal too. Has such a big heart for Monica and Chandler. Even though like he was still single, he was rooting for their relationship, bro. You're not gonna say that's not a friend, bro. Most friends would sabotage that. Actually, those aren't friends, but you know, some people will sabotage those relationships because of jealousy. But Joey wasn't like that, bro. Joey's so misunderstood. A lot of people don't understand that. But yeah, like I said, he makes the show, bro, what it is today. Him and Phoebe's like friendship too, bro, hilarious, bro. His ideas too in the show, and also too, the thing is about Joey in the show, bro, when he has his own little gig going, like his own little like scene in his episode, bro, he carries that, bro. He doesn't need no one to have him on his back. In my opinion, can he make his own show as a main character? No. But can he do his own part in the show for being a standalone? 100%, bro. Alright, other side character we want to talk about that's a really good character in the show is JJ. Bro, JJ kind of reminds me of me in a friend group, bro. Like, used to be. Wild card, comedian, always cracking jokes, but also very misunderstood. You know, in the show, a lot of people don't understand the reason why JJ acts the way how he does, bro. Because JJ's misunderstood. He's trying his hardest. He wants to be the best version of himself, and he's also the best friend, bro. Like, let's be honest, like, he is there for everybody in that show, but who's there for him? You know, he always got John B's back, bro. He like literally got his other friends back, dude. Like, I don't even know how to put it, bro. Like, JJ's just like that friend that everybody needs. Like, yes, he's a handful at times, but he's also very loyal, bro. Like, I don't know. He right away, dude. Right away, he was my favorite character on that show. Also, too, I love when he gets an idea. He's very quick witted with it, and he's very like quick on his feet, bro. Like, he thinks so fast. And, like, that's the thing though. Everybody thinks Pope is the smart one and stuff like that, because you know he's book smart. But you gotta think though, that dude is not quick on his feet, bro. JJ literally comes up with like characters right on the spot, bro. He literally will get out of a escape right away, dude. Like, he's so quick in his mind, it's like insane. And that's where he's misunderstood, bro. People always think of him as an idiot, but dude, bro is so quick on his feet, dude. That stuff's hard to like get by. Some people gotta like think before doing. Bro, dude just does it. Other character we're gonna talk about is Patrick Star. Let's be honest, he carried SpongeBob, bro. Every time when SpongeBob and Patrick were together, bro, you know that was gonna be a good episode, bro. When they went jellyfishing together, when Patrick, bro is the the definition of lives under a rock, dude. Like, it's hilarious, dude. Like, he has the best jokes in the show, dude. Like, let's be honest, we all did the no, this is Patrick. Bro, we all did that, dude. We all found that funny. Even as a kid, bro, even before we understood comedy, Patrick was comedy, dude. He was a stupid character, but dude, man, was that dude like he was that fun friend, bro. He was that fun friend that you just need around, dude. Like, I want to say like he was the bestest friend of SpongeBob, but bro was that friend that you just like you want to hang with, dude. But yeah, I would say Patrick is one of the best side characters or characters in TV, dude. Would I want to be him? No, absolutely not. Another dumb character that I'm gonna pick is Ed from Ed, Ed and Eddie. I literally grew up on this show, dude. Like, I mentioned this before in the pod before. I wanted that trio, bro, so bad. And it's funny too, because I wanted to be Ed so bad, but let's be honest here, growing up, when I was a kid, I was Eddie, bro. I was always coming up with ideas. I was always like being the leader, taking the big step, trying to like even make a little side money here and there, dude. Like, I wasn't all about money, but like I was also a talker too, obviously. But I was probably Eddie more than I was Ed, which is kind of a good thing if you look on the show, if you ever seen it. But I would say though, Ed, dude, Ed had such a big heart in that show, bro. Like, Double D and Eddie wouldn't know what to do if it wasn't for Ed, bro. Like, think about it. That those two, Double D and Eddie, what was their always thing? They were like, let's go find Ed. Like, Ed was grounded, and they were like, let's get Ed out of his room. In the Halloween episode, they wanted Ed to go trick-or-treating with them. Like, yo, they wanted... Ed was the glue, bro. Like, I'm just gonna say it. Ed was the hard dude. I remember in that movie, bro, let's be honest, we all cried in it, dude. When Double D and Eddie was fighting and stuff like that. And Ed was the one that brought them back together, man. He was like, guys, we gotta stick together. He was the heart, bro. Like, he might have had no brains, but dude had such a big heart, dude. I don't know. Ed is just that one character that, how do you hate on him, dude? Like, he's that one kid in school where you can't, like, he's not even a jerk, bro. Like, he's not so dumb where he's a jerk to other people. He's just so dumb where he just does stupid stuff and you just like, you laugh at it. And like you just like, you can't be mad at the dude. Alright, last character that I'm going to talk about real fast. Like I said, this isn't my top 5. These are my 5 of all-time favorite characters. But I really do like this character. If you guys ever seen the show The Rookie, her name's Nyla. Bro, Nyla kicks butt, bro. She is such a savage. It was a tie between her and Angela, bro. Angela is hilarious in that show, and she's a savage too, bro. But Nyla, dude, like, that one scene when she gave birth, bro. If you guys know that scene, what I'm talking about, dude, that was elite, bro. She pulled out a gun, had no fear whatsoever on this dude, and she gave birth too. And she just sits in the bed like nothing ever happened with the baby. I was like, bro, what? Even though I know it's a TV show, but still. Nyla was the best thing that ever happened to that show, that they replaced that one character with whatever her name was, Bishop. Dude, I'm not glad the actress left the show, don't get me wrong and stuff like that. If they still added Nyla and Bishop on the same like show, I'd be just fine with it. I wasn't the biggest fan of Bishop, but I'm not dissing on the actress and stuff like that. I understand her reasons of leaving. But Nyla, dude, the addition to that show is like kicks butt. And her and Angela, when they partner up, dude, I'm like, yo, that's a lit, bro. That's lit, dude. I don't know. I just like those two duos together. Worst characters that we're going to talk about. Again, these aren't the top 5 worst characters of all time. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying these are characters that I don't like, and I just picked 5. All right. Her name's Henrietta Wilson. If you guys ever seen the show 911, me personally, I just don't like her. I think, to me, she's too... I don't even know how to put her character. It's just like she's all like, she's just whiny and stuff like that. And then especially too when like they make her captain, honestly kind of like irritates me, because like to me it's like she just doesn't fit the captain role, dude. Like I just don't see her as a leader. I don't see her like stepping up. And yeah, I'll admit it, I give her props where props is due. Like, you know, when she first came to the firehouse and stuff like that, and she had to prove, you know, some guys wrong and stuff like that, you know, that were very sexist and stuff like that, or very racist and stuff like that. I'll admit it, like in the show she does, you know, prove herself, but at the same time, like just her as a character, I just don't like. Like I just think, again, I think she's too whiny. I think she's too like selfish at times. Yeah, so I just don't really like that character. A big one that I just cannot stand, bro, in the earlier seasons and the middle seasons. Towards the end of the show, I don't mind him so much because he kind of stops picking fights so much. Ryan from Last Man Standing. Bro, don't even get me started about it. You guys know me. I'm a Christian and stuff like that. In this show, Ryan tries to prove Christianity wrong. He tries to diss on Jesus. He tries to like basically tell his kid like don't listen to what they got to say about Jesus and stuff like that. Like it blows my mind that there's actually people out there that is like that. And so you're like, oh, like, because he even said it in the show that he's trying to, or he doesn't believe in anything. Didn't he say he was an atheist at one point? I forgot. But then at one point he said he was Buddhist. And then I'm like, I think you just said you were an atheist, where atheists don't literally believe in anything. I don't know. But besides the point, though, is like, how are you going to step in someone else's house and tell them to not mention Jesus? Bro, that's their house. They can believe in whatever they want to believe in. If you don't like that, then don't be there. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that's what I got to get off my chest. I mean, and again, in the show, he tries to pick fights with people. He loves to argue with people. He just like thinks he's always right and stuff like that. I don't know. I just don't like this character at all, dude. Like I'll admit it. I think his character through season 8 and 9, maybe his character got a little better, but before that, dude, I was literally I'm surprised Mike Baxter didn't punch him in the face, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. There was times where I swung at my TV from him. Yeah, now he owes me a new TV. No, I'm just playing. I never did that. But besides the point, here's some, I'm just going to say characters because I'm counting them as one character, is the Kanker sisters from Edda and Eddie. Even when I was a kid, I could kind of care less when they kind of came on the show or whatever. Like when they had an episode with them in it, like I just didn't really mess with it. I just kind of found them annoying. I just found them kind of like if I would I guess in my mind for some reason I put myself in Edda and Eddie's shoes. Like if I was in that situation of like that they were in, I wouldn't want to be in there. I don't know. I didn't really like the Kinker sisters. I always thought they were kind of gross and annoying. So I don't know. That's me as a kid though. I mean, now that I'm older, I can kind of care less for those characters. Like I'm not so like, oh, not them again. But again, when I was a kid, I didn't like them in an episode when they were in the show. Another character from a kid's show that I'm going to talk about is Mason from Wizard's Waverly Place. I'm sorry, again, same thing as Ryan. Dude, Mason was so whiny and stuff like that. I'm sorry. Alex should have went for a guy like Dean or something like that. Like, Dean was a cool dude, okay? He was tough. Like, I'm sorry. Mason is only tough when he goes to werewolf mode. I don't know. And didn't he also leave Alex for his ex Juliet or whatever her name was? Like, I believe he did. Okay, like her crawling back to Mason to me just like I don't know. I didn't mess with it. I just don't like Mason as a character. I think he is very not so humble with Alex. I'm not gonna say he cheated on Alex because I can't vaguely remember, but I just don't like Mason, bro. I just don't like how his character is. He has a lot of flaws in my opinion. Yeah, I was never a fan of him. Honorable mention real fast, Max carried that show, bro. Or I'm not gonna say carry the show, but Max was one of my favorites. Same thing with the mom. And Alex too. But, well, Selena Gomez was other reasons. No, I'm just playing. But besides the point, we're going to talk about one of my least favorite characters. Last one for this pod. His name is Will Reddy. He's from Rescue High Surf. If anyone's ever seen that show, I'm not even gonna give that show really like praise on it because the show was all right when I watched it. The one huge problem is that I had with the show is that they basically made cheating basically okay. I get it, there is some TV characters out there that did cheat in it, but at the same time, when it comes to cheating, you want to work on yourselves, you want to work on that relationship and stuff like that. I'm going to spoil the show real fast because I don't, like I said, I'm not going to promote the show for you to watch it. So Will basically was with a girl, his fiance at the time or whatever. She was rich and stuff like that. And Will worked with his ex. Okay? And I'm not saying his ex was in the right either. And she was definitely in the wrong. But I just don't like Will as a character. And here's why. So, Will has this fiance or whatever. And again, he works with his ex. So, his fiance flies out somewhere or whatever. And he starts hooking up with his ex. And he's hooking her up with her or whatever. And then his fiance comes back. And then he's trying to break off this little thing he got going on with his ex. Because now that his fiance's back. Okay? Sounds like a cheater. It is a cheater. So then he's trying to like break off this thing or whatever with his ex. And then his fiance finds out about him. And then he tells his ex, he's like, I'm going to break up with her. Then he gets not dating his fiance, but again, now he's back with his fiance basically. So then he's with his fiance, and then he tells his ex, and he was like, hey, actually, I'm not gonna break it off with me and her. Like, I do like her. I do. It is what it is. So basically, yeah, it is fun. So then he went on to still be with his fiance. His fiance found out that he was cheating when she was gone and stuff like that. Broke up with him. Props to you, girl. Broke up with him and stuff like that. And then moved out of where they were staying. And then Will was in some dumpy place. I don't know. Besides the point. But you would think that I was like, dang, like I cheated on this girl. Like I really want to like fix myself. Like I messed up a good thing going. You would think. You would honestly think that. So what does he do? He goes out with his friend out to the bar or whatever, and they have a few drinks, and this girl that he rescued earlier in the episode was like, hey, do you remember me? Very pretty girl. I'll admit it. But this is where lust comes in, guys. So having a drink and stuff like that, and then they get to talking and stuff like that. She invites her over, or him over, to her place. What does she tell him? She says that she has a boyfriend and she's gonna marry her boyfriend, but she still wants to hook up with Will. And Will, he hesitates. He's like, wait, you have a boyfriend? And she goes, so he's not here right now, so you don't come over here? What does he do? He starts making out with her, bro. Like, that's why I don't like this character, bro. Like, you literally cheated on your fiance with your ex, caused 2 breakups, basically. You torn 2 people apart, and then you're just gonna, like be like whatever, like you're not fixing yourself. I think later on in the last episode he is gonna move back home or whatever and maybe fix on his issues. But my point is that they basically in the show, these writers literally made this guy a cheater and basically made like cheating's all right to do, okay guys? Like stuff happens, you slip up. Like no, that's not. You're with that person, you stay with that person. End of the story. But that is why I don't like that character. Sorry, he's been on my chest for a while. That's why I kind of like dissed on him so much. But this is the end of the pod. Thank you guys for listening. I know there's so many other good characters out there. I know there's so many worse characters out there and stuff like that. And I'm sorry if I missed your guys' favorites. I'm sorry if I missed your guys' least favorites. I'm sorry. But, there's billion TV shows out there, so you can't name them all. If you do, I think this podcast would be over 24 hours. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Later.